welcome back, guys. It is the GSTL MVP versus Prime, and we are down to possibly the last game. Get this guy right here, MVP Dongraegu Tyke out. Optimus Prime, there he is. Trying to get his cords situated. Last hope for Prime. I think I just saw the Gone Wizard running to assist him, Moltrap.
Good stuff. He has no fear any longer then if the Gone Wizard is on the way.
He might need some special powers to help him out against this guy. I mean, Dongraegu just seems unstoppable today. They're going to play on Teldrim Altar. Interesting that a Terran would choose to TVZ on Teldrim Altar.
Yeah.
Must have something kind of specific planned for this.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's a macro map. Maybe he feels that if it's a macro-oriented game, he will come out on top. We're going to find out here. Maybe he just likes the green landscape. I don't know.
Could be.
Let's find out who's going to win. Can Dongraegu close it out, or will Optimus bring Prime back into it?
And here we have our Yellow Zerg player from the team, MVP. 1 kill away from his team's victory.
MVP Dongraegu.
Now we actually have. I'm sorry. I was forgetting about the other intro. I was forgetting about the second intro.
How could you forget about this guy? Our blue Terran won the Super Tournament. Got the name.
Optimus Prime win.
I almost said it, but I didn't say it.
How could I forget about who?
I almost said it. This guy, Optimus.
Get it?
Why are you?
How could I forget about who? It's like I forgot about him, but he's.
I see. Just messing with me today.
Bad
Moltrap.
joke day for Moltrap today. Apologies.
All right. So,
what I was going to say real quick, I want to just point out the fact that this is actually a really important match for these two players, because right now Prime is at 1-2 and MVP is at 2-1 in the standings for the entire team league. So if MVP wins this, they are at 3-1 and they basically clinch the playoffs. If they lose it, then suddenly they're in a tie with Prime. And so then the games after that get even more intense. So just a very important match here for both teams. And basically if Prime loses this, they're at 1-3 and they have a very, very difficult time getting back into it, because the team that they need to lose is the team they're playing against. You know, it's kind of like in the pennant race in like a baseball standings, when the teams that are in second and third play each other, it's even more important. And so that's kind of what's going on here.
They certainly control their own destiny. I mean, it's all on the line. They're counting on Optimus. He's actually going to be 2-raxing, it looks like. And, yeah, sending out SCV to try to find his opponent.
And that's going to be the trick of it, because if he doesn't find him, 2-racks pressure is not as effective.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually surprised he's not sending out 2 SCVs at that. You actually do see a lot of players sending out more than 1 SCV to scout on this map, especially if you're going to send one out so late. A little bit surprising that he is doing a 2-racks without, really scouting his opponent earlier. But, he feels it might work. He is very strong in TVZ, so...
he also might be doing it in a way defensively. If you're Dongraegu, they've just won 3 games, 3 macro games. You've still got 2 shots left for your team. I wouldn't put it past them to do something cheesy on a map like Tal'Darim when it's hard to scout it.
Possibly. Yeah, I mean, you certainly do have the room to do something like that. You can, play a little bit cheesier, go for a quick win here. Seems like Dongraegu is content playing standard this time around. He just really wants to, win in a convincing manner. He wants to dance those Zerglings again in his opponent's face.
Yes, he does, man. And the SCV of Optimus has not seen anything and has scouted all the positions other than where Dongraegu is. So he's going to get there so late, it's going to be really difficult for him to really do as much. But at the same time, Dongraegu is just now going to scout what Optimus is. Oh, he's pulled most of his Marines back. This is beautiful. Dongraegu
really
might not know how many... He doesn't know how many Marines are there. He does not suspect this.
Well, for the normal timing with, like a regular fast expand, you would only have about 2 Marines or so.
That's
so, yeah,
true.
Dongraegu may not be expecting this. And indeed, he's producing 2 drones, only 4 Zerglings. He's going to have a spine crawler up in time, or, pretty close to in time. So this may do a little bit of damage, but I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah, I don't think this is quite going to break Dongraegu, but if it catches him Well, I don't know. Here's a bunch of Marines coming in here. He has expanded behind this, so it's not all in. He might get the Queen at least.
Actually.
And the Spinecrawler's not even up yet. It might die before it even spawns.
Drone's coming off the line right away. The Spinecrawler does finish, but it's already at half health. The Queen very low as well. And if Optimus decides to just stream in reinforcements, this could do a lot of damage.
Oh, Spinecrawler's almost dead, and every time he falls back from the Spinecrawler, he's able to kite these Zerglings, kills a lot. Doesn't get the Queen.
That really well.
Yeah, actually, he doesn't get the Queen, doesn't get the Spinecrawler. He did manage to get 2 drones.
I kind of feel like if Optimus had just rallied units in there, he might have been able to
he might have broken
do
that
a lot
actually.
more, yeah. But, you know, he did put some pressure on Dongregud, caused him to lose a couple drones, have to produce some lings instead of drones. So, overall, not a bad bit of early pressure from Optimus there.
Well, what he did is, as soon as he sent out those Marines, he built a command center.
Right.
And decided to just expand behind it, so.
Yep. Now he does have a bunker set up behind his wall, too, just in case Dongregud decides to respond with any sort of Baneling bust or anything.
Yeah, very smart.
Yep.
Does not want to lose to some kind of all-in right now. Wants to play very, very safe.
Yep.
Make sure it turns into a macro standard game.
Now, he is making a Baneling nest right now, too, so it certainly is a possibility. It's kind of nice on this map where you can kind of come around from behind and you don't have to worry about walking your Banelings up a ramp or anything like that. And, yeah, nothing but a lot of Zerglings being produced right now for Dongregud. I think we're going to see some high-economy Baneling style, and probably going to see him take a third behind that.
That may be the case, man. He's producing, like you said, tons of Zerglings. The Baneling nest is almost completed, and when that completes, he's going to have enough for quite a few Zerglings, about a dozen Banelings.
Yeah, only 1 bunker right now for Optimus, too, so this is a little bit of a dangerous situation here. Now, is he going to have any tanks or anything out in time? Doesn't really look like it.
No, he actually...
Yeah, no.
This actually could be really, really bad for Optimus. He doesn't have very much defense right now. He has that secondary wall, and actually he's kind of prepared for this.
Oh boy, is this going to be the end of the Team League match? Here come the Banelings. And yeah.
He's having to pull his SCVs. Is he going to get behind his door though? No, he's not going to be able to get that. Oh no.
There's a lot of Marines there, but oh, all the Banelings exploding. Not in the most efficient way, but I think there's going to be enough Zerglings there. Yeah, here comes some more Banelings just kind of chilling out in the base. Maybe he's testing to see if he can make them dance right now. I don't know.
And more Zerglings are streaming in. Over a dozen Zerglings are being rallied to this location from Dongregud as well. Optimus Prime just did not have enough of a wall, and he may be going down here.
Yeah,
MVP may be going to a 3-1 lead, and there they are, clinching the playoffs. Dongregud, the closer again.
Yeah, and he is the final boss. There's no other way to describe it.
Man.
Dongregud, and I believe he actually came back and all-killed, because Tails lost his first game. Prime sent out their 4 players. Didn't work.
Wow.
This guy looks pretty unstoppable right now.
So even though he was the level 2 boss, he was also the level 3 boss and also the level 4 boss.
Well, they didn't even get to the next level, man. They just kept dying.
Kill.
They used up all their continues.
I guess that's
They're
true.
done. A pink hat. Who gets the pink hat?
I want it.
Who wants it?
It looks awesome.
There you go.
That guy gets it.
Yep. So, you know, it's tough for Prime. They've still only got 1 win ever in team play.
Yeah, man. And,
I don't know what to say. I mean, they've got a lot of good players, but just can't get the wins in Team League.
Remember, the MVP coach in his interview said he wanted, very manner, said he wanted Prime to win the rest of their matches and follow them into the playoffs.
It's not going to happen.
But, well,
not this time.
I don't know if maybe they could steal, theoretically, if they won their next 2 matches and there's a tie situation or something like that.
If they all killed their next 2 matches and everybody else lost.
So let me explain. So this is how the playoffs work, by the way. So you've got the first place team from each of the league, Jupiter and Venus, right?
Right.
They are already kind of seated there. You have the second place from Jupiter play the third place from Venus, and then they play the first place of Venus.
So the playoffs are kind of a
vice
bracketed
versa.
system.
It's a bracketed playoff system. So if you're in third place in your group, which I think Prime still could get, then you can technically get into the playoffs, because right now they're sort of tied for. I mean, technically F United has third place because they're only 1-1, but
I think we're going to take a look at it right there. Yeah, there you go. Tails taking down my Marine King, and then it was all Dongre Gu all night, taking out Marine King, AnyPro, Boong Boong, and Optimus, getting the all kill. But, you know, I mean, Prime still does get 1 point at least out of that. They did get one win,
That's
and
true.
MVP does get one loss attached to their overall score.
Yep, so Prime only goes -3 on that instead of -4.
Yeah, not quite as clean as it could have been, but still
No.
a really impressive showing by Dongre Gu. Yeah.
And that's
Wow.
the kind of thing that's going to come down to in the tiebreakers as well if there's a tie.
Absolutely.
So anyway, point being, if F United loses another game, for instance, if they get all killed again and they're at minus whatever it was, I don't remember what score they were at.
I don't know.
If Prime theoretically gets a couple all kills in their next, or they gets an all kill in their next match, and they have a higher score, and they're that third place team, then they play the second place team from
That'd be a pretty tall
Venus.
order at this point.
I'm just saying, it's theoretically possible.
Well, Prime's always been a
Just
team
because-
that's... I don't know.
Just
Kinda
because-
surprised me.
Just because TSL's been owning so bad, so all the players, all the teams look like they have bad records, but they're all kind of tied in a way for that third place spot. So
Yep. TSL on top, everybody else kind of fighting for the other spots. I don't know. I feel like Prime should be doing better. I've always felt that they should be a stronger team than they
Exactly.
have been in the team league. They've got a lot of talent on their team. But, you know, it could be just a practice. I don't know.
I don't know. We're going to go to an interview here with the MVP of MVP.
4대1로 승리를 했는데요. MVP 팀을
Guess who it
만나보도록
is?
하겠습니다.
Yep.
네, 지금 제 옆에
Dongre Gu.
오늘의 MVP 팀의 MVP죠. 박수호 선수가 나와 있습니다. 박수호 선수 이번에 또 승수를 추가하면서 MVP 선정이 되고 또 다승왕 1위 자리도 탈환을 했어요. 어떠신가요, 기분이?
다승왕도 좋고 뭐 다 좋은데 일단 저희 팀이
Yeah, I'm gonna try to give you a
플레이오프에
translation here in just a
진출을
moment.
쉽게 하려고 하고
You don't have
있었는데
to try.
지난번
We
F
will.
유나이티드 전에
Alright,
for sure.
패하면서
There is no
조금
try.
위기감이 들기도 했는데 그래도 이렇게 또 프라임 이겨서
Dongre Gu
이렇게
says,
또한 발 또 더
I wanted
쉽게
my
나간 것
team to
같아서
win
참
all our
다행이네요.
games, so we lost to
네,
F United
지난번에 또
last week.
MVP 선정대 저랑
But
인터뷰
we're still
했을
happy
때
that we're winning in the
팀원들이
GSTL,
조금
and he's
뭐
happy to
이겼으면
all-kill
좋겠다 뭐 이런
Prime today.
얘기를 한 적이 있어요.
네.
자, 팀원들에게 한마디 해주시죠.
매번 인터뷰마다 좀 정신 차리고 제대로 좀 하라고 하는데 뭐 그걸 하는지 안 하는지 모르겠는데 그래도 뭐 언젠가는 뭐 잘하는 날이 오겠죠. 저도 뭐 저 뭐라 할 수 있는 건 아니고요.
네, 알겠습니다. 마지막으로 우리 박수 선수를 응원하는 팬들에게 한 말씀 해주시죠.
이번에 또 개인 리그 또
She says,
떨어져서
you have
좀
anything to say to your
또
fans?
많이 침체기가 돼 있었는데 그래도 뭐 아직 남아 있는 팀
Says,
리그나
I'm
이런 데
disappointed that I was taken out in the round of 16 in Code A,
좋은 경기 보여드리도록 하겠습니다.
네, 좋은 선전 더 기대하도록 하겠습니다.
and I'm going to
네,
try to
그리고
do better next
최현상
season.
감독님, 네, 안녕하세요.
예, 안녕하세요.
네, 이번 승리로 이제 플레이오프 진출이 조금 안심이 되는 상황이 됐어요.
예.
어떠신가요?
일단 선수들이 너무 잘해줘서 솔직히 감독으로서 뭐 한 것도 없는 것 같아요. 예, 부족한
Says,
감독,
I'm very grateful to the
환경
players in my
안에서
team.
이렇게 좋은 선수들과 함께 생활한다는 것만으로도 너무 고맙고요. 다음 경기 TSL전이 남아 있는데
네.
My team's not
거기서
the richest team,
예, 조
but our players are
1위로도
very kind and they practice very hard.
이왕 이렇게 된 거 좋은 선수들 같이 힘 모아서 조 1위로 진출하도록 하겠습니다.
네, 그리고 사실 박수호 선수의 팀 내 기여도가
He says,
기여도가
we want to win the
상당히 좀
next
높은 것
matches and
같은데,
become first
박수호
place and go to the
선수가 만약에
playoffs.
무너진다면 이 팀이 조금 위태롭다, 뭐 타격이 좀 있을 수도 있을 것 같은데 그에 대한 뭐 대응책이 있는지 네, 궁금하네요.
사실 만약에 수호 다음에 대응책이 없다면 수호를 두 번째로 내보내지도 못했겠죠.
네.
세 번째, 네 번째 선수가 되기를 했고요.
네.
그리고 상대 선수가 마지막에 최성훈 선수가 나올 것까지도 알고 있었기 때문에 그 선수 대비로 한 선수를 준비시켰습니다. 그런데 오늘 일단 수호가 바로 이기는 바람에 그 선수를 사용하지
못 나왔군요.
못했는데
네.
다음 TSL전에서 보실 수 있을 것 같습니다.
네, 우리 MVP 팀의
Says,
멋진
our
활약
team has other
기대하겠습니다.
great
감사합니다.
players, but
네, 저는
Dongre Gu is
지금까지
winning too
오늘의
much, so they don't get
승리팀이죠.
any
MVP
chances to
팀을
play.
만나봤습니다. 저는 내일
But he
경기가
hopes to show
끝나고
them
다시
next time.
찾아오도록 하겠습니다. 이난 캐스터 나와주시죠.
네, 청하는 수고 많았습니다.
That's what he gets for winning too
All right.
much. That jerk.
Yeah, what the heck, man? Winning all the games. What
I
a
really-
win hog.
I know, seriously. Oh well. I like MVP a lot. They've got a really good attitude. You know, saying we don't have a lot of money, we're not the richest team, but you know our players have a lot of heart. And it's true. You can tell when you look at these guys. They're all just really good friends, and that cohesion shines through in the team league in a big way.
Very fun-loving team, you can kind of tell.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, I like those guys. They're pretty cool.
They
a lot
are
of
indeed.
all the foreign players too that have stayed with them have enjoyed it too. They've really enjoyed the experience. Yeah.
All right, there's the standings for you guys. Like we were talking about before, MVP is at 3-1. They're at +4 right now. F United technically in 3rd. They haven't played as many matches as everyone else though.
Yeah.
OGS at 1-2, Slayers 1-3, and Prime 1-3. And yeah, I don't know if it's technically possible for Prime or Slayers actually to get into the playoffs at this point. I'm not sure how that would work. I don't know if they've played TSL yet.
Yeah.
That's basically what it comes down to, is if they've played TSL or MVP.
Well, if Slayers plays really well, I could see them overtaking F United pretty easily, and OGSTL probably. OGSTL is a team that is a lot like Prime in my mind, where they have a lot of good individual talent, but they haven't been able to really have a lot of success in the team league yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would not be surprised at all to see Slayers jump up into that 3rd spot, but I don't think they're going to go any higher than that.
Yeah, and then, you know, all you have to do is get that 3rd place spot. MVP pretty much cannot be overtaken, though, because if they lose their next match, they'll be 3-2, and there's obviously no other team that could get 3-2 at this point, except for F United, I guess. Could theoretically tie it up as well, but they've got a long road ahead of them, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so, yeah. So then TSL, if they do stay in 1st, they'll be seeded into basically 1st, and they'll play the winner of the 3rd place from this group versus the 2nd place from the other division.
Well, yeah, the nice thing about being in 1st in the team league is that you sort of get a bye to the 2nd round of the playoffs.
Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
That's the big deal about it. They don't have to play anyone. They play the winner of the lower bracket, obviously.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's a big deal to be in 1st place.
It is, man.
Probably going to be TSL this time.
Yeah, so that's why MVP is trying to fight to get that 1st place spot, because then it's one less match that they have to play in order to get into. Actually, they're just seeded automatically. Well, no, not automatically in the finals, but they're seeded automatically into the semifinals of the team league.
Yeah, and once again, anyone who has Dongrygu in their fantasy GSTL team is instantly on top of everybody else.
Oh my goodness, he's what, like 10-0 now in this team league or something?
The guy's pretty good. Yeah.
Guy's pretty good. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up for today. Thank you guys for joining us at the GSL Team League. It has been awesome. I am Multrap. With me is Doa. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for the other division, the Venus division. We're going to have some more great games for you guys tomorrow.
Yeah. F United plays tomorrow as well.
F United is
one
playing
of the
again
Jupiter
tomorrow,
League matches is tomorrow. So Jupiter and Venus, multiple planets. See you next time.
Take care.